feel like I'd be better off on my own. Well, I don't wanna lose you in the smoke. I feel like I'd be better off all alone. And we can stay up until it's light. Forget my fate, let's kick off to the side. Oh, when the daytime comes, you go. Yeah, I think I'd be better off all alone. Yeah, I think I'd be better off all alone. Think I'd be better off all alone. Yeah, think I'd be better off all alone. Yeah, I think I'd be better off all alone. Think I'd be better off all alone. Think I'd be better off all alone. I don't wanna love you when you're stoned. I feel like I'd be better off on my own. Yeah, well, I don't wanna lose you in the smoke. Yeah, I think I'd be better off all alone. Better off all alone. Yeah, I think I'd be better off all alone. Think I'd be better off all alone. Think I'd be better off all alone. Yeah, think I'd be better off all alone.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Thursday, March 24th, 2016, and we have a new album! Yeah, Monster Cat 26 came out, so we have, I guess it's probably like 3% more music. So let's get back to what we're doing. It's going to be a relatively quick stream today, I think. But, yeah, we're, and by the way, if you're following on YouTube, I haven't really been promoting it much lately, and actually haven't been adding a bunch of videos to it yet. I have a little backlog. I need to find some, way of making it easier for me to upload them, but, that's me. And for some reason, I want to do a big build today. Oh, right, I need to up my sound volume. So I can hear my microphone a little bit better. There we are. And there we are. Hello? Okay, Unreal Engine's frozen. Let's force close it. Apparently a glitch going on right now. 1 second. Okay, let's try this again. For some reason it was not running here, but it was running there. Oh, it doesn't run here because I ran it as without debugging, right? Okay, well now I can move. That's good. I thought I was like stuck on a breakpoint or something like that, even though it was on non-debug, so it was, you know, whatever. I don't know what happened. Why am I even talking? I don't know what happened. Okay, so we go to splash screen, and we load in. So now we have it such that we can join it any player we want. Is that a little too glossy? Looks like it's fine for the gold, but it might be a little bit too much. Actually, yeah, my zoom level is a little bit high for the combination of field of view and stuff, because I can't see the top of the piece. Alright, cool. I'll figure that one out later. Actually, we can probably fix that now. So, let's open up Git. Let's check to see if there's any... It's gonna be one of those fun days where I can't type, is it? Yeah, looks like it. So we're clean, that's good. Okay. So let's look at, I think it's base player controller where I set that. I can actually get rid of this breakpoint. Actually, let's see, is there any better breakpoints I have listed? Where is that again? Window, can't remember where it's called again. Whatever. So we'll have to deal with this later. But yeah, min zoom, max zoom, zoom rate. So 400's too small. Let's do 500. Or let's try 600. There was also, yeah, actually that's probably why I wanted to rebuild. There was a new version of Unreal Engine that came out, I think it was on Monday, or Tuesday. Yeah, it's probably close enough and far enough for this. Probably gonna need to have some way of making the queen and the king more identifiably different. There's no king at the moment, but that was a problem that I had in the original one. You had to kind of zoom in to see which one you're on. I'd ideally have that more obvious. I mean, there's a cross on his head, so if you can see relatively close, you know that there's a difference, but from far away, you may not be able to see the cross. Might be something I can do from... like a decal or a void over his head, but or their head, but yeah. Or get to add. Okie dokie. I guess I say decrease. Okay, so now we need to start or continue defining all that we need here. So we kind of separate all the structures of all these things. Okay. So we now have skip player, so it grabs the team, but it grabs it by reference. So this will propagate back. First off, it'll propagate back, and it'll also be a lot quicker, because you don't have to copy, well, relatively speaking, a lot quicker, because you don't have to copy things back. You're just approaching its segment of memory. You're not actually copying back and forth. So if the instigator is the current player, then we allow it skip. Otherwise, yeah, let's not even bother with that. Okay. I'd say probably 2 times would be best for this, but we'll deal with that later. We're getting the game base state or base game states. So we're commanding a team here, and here we're doing a skip, but we're doing a skip based on the single team. Yep. Actually, I wonder if we should do this backwards. That's what happens when we end turns. We're flopping the teams, but we're not actually incrementing the player count. So selected member is a number, because we're using that as an index. So if we can do... There we go, -1. This way we can always be sure that we're the one before needs to play. We could do no, it will be equals base game state 13 dot selected member +1. Oh, that won't work anyway, right? Yeah, because it's not the reference there. Team is incremented. Now time to increment the player. I guess I should do skip player. I still need to increment last player to move. No. So Durs said I thought I was off tonight. I was off Tuesday, Wednesday, and I said I might do Thursday, but I count from Wednesday to Wednesday. So how my schedule works, at least how I'm trying to make it work, is it rotates on a weekly basis from Wednesday. So Wednesday I don't ever stream because I don't want to conflict. Well, unless there's like a test stream or something like that. I try to stream on Wednesday because I don't want to conflict with the Beats Perspective podcast, the place where I work. So from Wednesday through Wednesday, I have Wednesday off, and I have one other day of the week off. Last week I took it off on, well, 2 days ago I took it off on Tuesday. And now I have another 6 days to work with. I can take any of those 6 days off. I was saying if things don't work out, maybe Thursday, I don't know, but I was planning on working on Thursday. So I'm going to have one day... Is the volume too loud? I'm going to have one of the next couple days off, but could have been today, wasn't, right? I try to strive for like a Tuesday or something, just so I can, unless something comes up around here, just so I don't be like, oh, what if happens if, whatever. Like, I'm one of those types of people that in video games, like, when you play, let's say Halo or whatever, and you get, like, a finite amount of something, like, if you have a lot of bullets, it's fine, but if you only have, like, 1 or 2 or 3 grenades or whatever, I'm one of those people that just never uses them, and by the time the level is over, I have them all. It's just kind of a quirk of mine where I don't like using a finite resource, and I'll actually prefer to, like, never use it. So that's kind of a quirk of mine. Doesn't say I won't, but Yeah, it's loud, okay. Can't tell if this is better or the same. Anyway. It may have accidentally jumped from 5 to 7. I tried to keep it on 3 before, but people said it was too quiet. That's percent. Okay. Get current team. Got last member to move. And that's an integer, right? Okay.
Will you take me aboard your rocket ship?
Actually, I probably should have that there. And actually, I should then have this be like that. Because this is pre-skip, right? By the time it goes into here. Okay, so actually let's step through this a bit. So when you skip, it's gonna skip, and if the member is the one that you started on, then it'll end turn. So it'll end turn here. No, it should be -1, I think. It's gonna be something we're gonna easily see really quickly and can adjust for when it happens. Because we increment, and if it's the last member to move, -1. Oh no, it should be yeah. Because we're increments, we want this to be equal last member to move. That means we did a whole cycle. So you want end turn. The end turn. So if it's the last member to move, that means yeah, we should have it be like this. That should be right. And again, it'll be easy to debug later on. Let me see, is this done? Actually, let's not do that yet. Status. Get as source. Player and team, along with team. Okay, so now we can So we'll need to at some point soon be able to select the piece and have it do something useful. Which means we're going to need to have the piece be able to handle its movement, right? Which will actually be done in the tile. Because all the piece does is it passes it down. Oh. Am I doing this backwards? No, it makes sense to have it be done in the... Well, it's going to be done in the game mode entirely, but... Yeah, Okay, so it's all going to be done in the game mode, of course, but... actually, not game mode, the... yeah, game mode, sorry. But the piece itself will be the one telling the game mode what to do. I'll actually have it be a static class, I think. Let's just quickly check on C++ static classes. I don't know why this is all the way over here. Boom, 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 boom. Scream. I don't know why. I don't want to They want to restore that. Actually, I did want to restore that, though. And I'll keep this, too. Okay, so... Static member functions. Actually, before let's do that, see if there's anything special for UE4. Oh, this is static that's global. That's, I guess, if you want to use source access. Okay, so use a static keyword for U function. Okay. I mean, I know that's how it works. That's how F math works and whatever. But the question is, how did Epic do it? They try to keep close to C++, but sometimes they diverge, and you don't want to end up, having that happen. So let's go for peace here. And we'll have here static. Oh, I need a list. Let's actually get rid of this for now. So check it types. So it's F team, F possible move. So I have a type for possible move now. I added that last time, I believe. So I kind of don't need a type because I already have them. Yeah. Okie dokie, so in peace then, I can have static for giving info to game mode, etc. So static possible move F int vector position. Actually, no, that's not silly. So it's T-ray. F possible move. Is that what I call it? Move or moves? Move, yeah. So allowed moves F int vector not destination, what's the I'm blanking on the antonym for destination. Thesaurus. Source. Start. Okay, let's try start. Let's do start location. Okay, so now we can create definition. So the piece, all it'll do is say all the possible locations it can be, and probably whether it recurses too. So let's add that to the check it types. This would be recursive. Let's actually, yeah, that's there. Or BLL recursion. It's a bit more verbose, 5 characters, but, you know. It's a bit more clear because the recursion's not going to be calculated here. The recursion's going to be calculated on the object, the game mode that does it, that handles it. But what this does is like these just set up the possible ones. It's up to the game mode to then say, are each of these moves physically possible? Is there a tile even there that's active? Or even at all if it's off the map edge? Can it then move again and again and again that same direction up to the end of the king's vision or whatever, right? There's that I need to kind of consider. But all the piece is going to do is say, I can move forward, back, left, right. I can eat forward, left, back, right, forward, right, back, left, right? For the pawn's case. Or the knight will be, I can move or eat in L's. One of the 8 L's. Yeah. Okay. So there's piece there. No, where was that? Here's. Actually, let's see if there's possible to have interfaces in C++. Because I don't really want to define default behavior here. I want each individual piece to take care of it. No, I mean, there's ways I can take care of that by making it virtual and just not overriding it. Just not calling super, right, whenever I override it. Declaring interface class is similar to regular class, blah blah blah. Never mind. Let's just do it this way. T-array, F possible move, output. Can I do that? Now I need to open up each of these pieces one by one and then implement them directly. Actually, I need to make this virtual first, I think. Virtual static. I could be doing this completely wrong, but we'll see. Okay. Piece king, piece knight, pawn, piece queen, piece rook, and then piece bishop, sorry. Then piece.h as well, which we will add all the way up here. Okay. I believe I'm doing this right. Again, I don't have a lot of experience in C++, but I'm learning. Nope. Okie dokie. Now here I'm gonna have to include. Why is this not complaining? Only non-static member functions can be virtual. Okay. So I can't override static. Okay, let's see here. Plus override static method. Yeah, okay. Now I feel a bit silly. So maybe I do have to make an interface of some sort. Unless the problem... Oh, okay. Let's try this. Will I get a collision if I just make them non-virtual and don't try to override them? Again, my main language is JavaScript. So, let's see if this complains. I mean, it's gonna complain because I don't have, it's gonna complain because I don't have the function to go with it, so it's gonna say it's not gonna be able to link. But, apart from linking, will it complain? I don't know. We shall see. Okay, so I need to include check-it types. Where's check-it types? Where have I used check-it types before? In game mode. There we are. Do I need to do that? If I do it in piece, because piece will include all these. So let's try building. How the heck did it link when there's no there's no functions for these? I'm only built. So apparently all I need to do is just, you know, have a same. Let's look over here and see what just happened. I mean, not about the linking thing. I'll figure that one later, but.
In a world that's turning all the time, nothing could stop me longing for your eyes. I won't let it die. I can feel you when you're not around. When the night gets cold, I won't be alone. We won't be
alone. Okay, so explicitly specify a name of the class and static method you want to execute, or it's implied by a scope. So if I call a piece queen allowed moves, then it will be the queen. If I call a piece, you know, there won't be any fighting. Apparently, at least.
This lake of fire burns my skin. How could love wear so thin?
Thank you,
I'm seeing
IntelliSense. Apparently, there's a couple of companies.
nothing can stop me.
I can't remember what one of them's called now. That
Won't let it die. I can feel you when you're not around.
apparently there's one company now that does their own version of IntelliSense as a plugin. Probably more too.
We won't be
What song is this anyway? I keep hearing it. So Vanguard, we won't be alone. Okay. Featuring Laura Benham? Or Brem? Yeah, Laura Brem. I don't know exactly why Microsoft is so slow with IntelliSense when plugins exist that are faster, but yeah. You would think that if, you know, a plugin can do it, Microsoft, over however many years a plugin existed, would just do it. They wouldn't necessarily want to foster a ecosystem of companies that their sole existence is just making your product, is fixing a performance issue in your product, right? But apparently haven't been touched yet, so okay. So there, that's been saved, that's been saved, that's been saved, that's been saved, and that's been saved. Just need to make sure. Now let's try doing a build. And then try launching it afterwards. See if there's a, you know, runtime link issue. Apparently not. And we're in. Okay. So here, pizza H. Let's peep. There we are. There we are. Yes, I did hear about the Tay bot. That's right. Taking a Twitter bot, unleashing it, or sorry, taking a bot, unleashing it on Twitter, and expecting good results is not exactly something I would say is the wisest thing in the world, but you know. Bishop, Rook, Queen, Knight, King. Where's Pawn? Whoops. There we are. Okay, so now instead of just having empty output, we will we will have this be taken as such. So f int vector fn vector oh sorry, f possible move forward equals f possible move forward dot destination equals because again everything's rotationally symmetric, we don't really care what the game considers forward, just let it be done. Equals start location dot just do it like this. Let's do f int vector start location. So that should create a new one based on the input. Let's just check on that. Matter of fact, I think equals are automatically deep copies.
Sometimes I can hear you calling, telling me that I'm a fool. Well, I can dream that we'll see a brighter day. I can see in your eyes that we're through. And I'm alive, more alive than I've ever been your way. And I'm alive, more alive than I've ever been your way.
Oh, Twitch is messing up. Okay, well, I'll have the YouTube videos up soon, so you'll be able to watch it, but yeah. Let's see right here. So, UB4 deep copy ustruct. I believe it deep copies. Yeah, if you do struct salmon, deep copy of all dynamic raisins stacks, razor done for you.
Sometimes I can hear you calling, telling me that I'm a fool. And when I see you in the morning, will you still want to be true? I can dream, I can dream that we'll see a brighter day. And I'm alive, more alive than I've ever.
Yeah, okay, so apparently it's deep copied, so I figure as much, but it's better to just check, right? Okay. And for dot type of move equals e move type move. Oh, did I actually not do both? Oh, whoops. Eat or move. Whoops. Except that I don't want that. I want, because it's a pawn, I want it to be just move. Oh, did I screw up? Yeah, I need to let it build again. UHG needs to run, apparently. Okay. So it's actually, before I used to call him instead of 4, I used to call him first. Let's do that. So that way I know I should have 8. So if I, yeah, for all of them I should have 8. Pawn will be 4 move, 4 eat, but I'll have 8 total. So that way I can count how many I have. Seconds equals F possible. Move. Second dot destination equals start location. Dot X, sorry, dot Y plus equals 1. First dot type of move equals E move type. Move. F possible move. Third equals F possible move. Oh, I made a mistake there. And we'll do output dot add first. So since it's a stack function, I believe it'll occur on the stack, and therefore I don't need to do with any reference things. Maybe not. Maybe this will be on the heap. That depends on what Epic does in the back end for T-Array. Destination will start location. Or that type of move. Okay, now F possible move 4 equals F possible move 4th dot destination equals start location. 4th dot destination dot y minus equals 1. 4th dot type of move equals e move type move. So that way I'm setting all of the things I need here. Without checking for validation or anything like that. I'll do that, as I said, on the game mode. But that lets me just, instead of doing it here where I can screw up, I'll be able to do it in a loop, so for each. So instead of, like last time I had, it's valid move, is this, that, the other thing. If all of these are good, I can just run a loop on them later on the output list they come. They output. The output list they output. Fifth equals F possible move. Fifth dot destination equals start location. I mean, we eventually got it to be fairly robust, but then we had some issues with handling them afterwards, so. X equals, plus equals 1. Fifth dot destination dot y plus equals 1. And then fifth dot type of move dot equals e move type. Nope. Eat. Then output dot add second. Then output dot add third. Output dot add fourth. Output dot add fifth. So a lot of serial stuff will be separated by piece and a lot of stuff now. We'll be probably calling it quits fairly soon. We're not going to be doing all of them today. So minus equals 1 seventh dot destination dot y minus equals 1 seventh dot type of move equals e move type eat. Output dot add seventh. And now F possible move 8th. There we are. Well, couldn't spell 8th for a second. And now I'm thinking of it's probably screwing me up further. So this is plus 1. Minus 1. So now whenever we have something in game mode likely that wants to know what's going on, it'll just have to take the appropriate piece and give it the tile position, see each of these lists, and then compare this list of possible moves to it, and recurse if necessary. As a matter of fact, I didn't even do this, so... The reason why add allow recursion is because the pawn, the king, sorry, pawn like the king and the knight can only move once, whereas the queen, the rook, and the bishop can move until they are stopped in some way. I shouldn't actually need to write allow recursion false in the eat ones, but I will anyway. Because there should never be a case where you're allowed to go past something you eat. Unless for some reason I make that special character in the future. It won't be any of the default ones, because the default ones are based on chess, and chess doesn't do that. Anyway. So let's do a build. See if we have any complaints. Okay. So get status. Get add A, get status. Get commit M. Begin adding piece. Possible destinations. Okay. Well, since apparently Twitch was having some issues, I'll say everyone good night, and thanks for watching.